Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Mayo. I just wanted to make this video real quick to give an honest review of Batman Arkham Knight in its entirety. Before we get to all that, I just want to thank everyone for the tremendous support on this series. I know a lot of you guys watched me play it live. You watched me fail, you watched me screw up. But you stuck with me through the entire thing, and I just want to say thank you so much. With that being said, let's get on to the actual review. Overall, I give this game a solid 8 out of 10. And I already know I got some haters in the comment section going, 8 out of 10? This game is clearly a 10 out of 10. Hold on. Let me just explain to you my reasoning for that score. First, let's talk about the campaign. The campaign by itself was a solid 10 out of 10. It was literally fantastic. Like, honestly, probably in my top 3 favorite Batman stories ever told. Like, the entire campaign is great, but there's 2 major things that stand out for me. Number 1 was the twist that Barbara Gordon was still alive. I honestly was not expecting that. That was a fantastic twist. Number 2 was Scarecrow as the villain. The main villain, anyway. He was awesome. Like, honestly, in my opinion, a Batman story is only as good as the villain. And Scarecrow as the villain made this game so much more compelling. My number 1 favorite Batman villain of all time will always be the Joker because, obviously, but because of this game alone, Scarecrow might be number 2. I mean, he literally makes Batman surrender and show his identity to the entire world. That's pretty freaking good. Something that I also really loved about the campaign is that, you know, towards the end, Batman has a mission where you kind of play as the Joker. And Batman ends up locking him up, like, in the back of his mind forever. That was an awesome character arc. Literally so good. One thing in the campaign that did not surprise me was that Jason Todd was actually the Arkham Knight. That did not surprise me one bit. That was something I kind of saw coming throughout the game with all the Arkham Knight's dialogue like, oh, I know you better than everybody. And also the constant Joker flashbacks with Jason Todd. Like, yeah, I kind of knew it was coming at that point. Honestly, overall, the campaign was a 10 out of 10. Just like the overall story, the characters, the ending, it was all so good. Now let's move on to the combat / overall mechanics in the game. The combat felt awesome. Exactly how a Batman game should feel. When you're just like one dude in a bat costume in the middle of 100 people just like fighting and punching. Oh, but this guy's attacking, but you can tell because of the indicator, but oh, you can use this button to counter it. That is exactly how Batman combat should feel. It was so good. I also really like the fact that you weren't always fighting as Batman all of the time. Like, depending on who was in the mission with you, you could either fight as Robin or you could fight as Catwoman or, you know, something like that, just to switch it up a little bit. And yeah, I understand it was like mission specific, but it was still pretty freaking good the way they implemented that. One thing I didn't really like was how they did the stealth in this game. For those of you who are fans of the channel, I recently played Spider-Man Miles Morales. Because in the Spider-Man games, you can literally pick off people one by one, and unless you leave people on the ground, you will never be detected the entire time, and I think that is awesome. And it's something I don't really think this game really had. I think it would have been much cooler if you could, like, you know, while you were standing on a ledge, if you could just like grapple hook someone and pull them up and just like tie them up and leave them there. I think that would have been so cool. Unfortunately, this game really didn't have that option. And you would think because it's a Batman game that they would really put an emphasis on stealth, but it didn't really feel like it. Now, disclosure, I'm not the best Batman Arkham game player in the world. I literally played this game because it looked fun, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. But in my personal opinion, I think the stealth in this game could have been implemented a little bit better. The way you could traverse the city was also really cool. You could either grapple hook everywhere, or you had the Batmobile. And traveling with the Batmobile was honestly really fun, but I gotta say, the tank battles kind of got a little tedious over time. Like, especially towards the end of the game, I could feel myself sighing to myself, being like, ugh, another tank battle. Okay. It just got way less fun as the game came to a close, and maybe I would have different feelings if I had actually taken the time to upgrade the Batmobile, but that's just how I feel about it right now. But honestly though, the reason I am giving this game an 8 out of 10 has strongly to do with the fact that for some reason I entered a blocked screen in certain sections of the game. Now, honestly, that could be more PlayStation's fault than anybody, and I'm willing to bet that's probably the case. But still, dude, I would be on stream and I would literally enter a blocked scene or something, and only the audio would be broadcasting. And you know what? If that happened and this game was only like 2 or 3 years old, I would almost understand it. Yo, this game is 9 years old. Everybody already knows the ending to this game. You don't need to have blocked screens to prevent spoilers. It was so infuriating because the way I stream directly off of PlayStation. So I literally could not broadcast some of the video that was being shown in the game. And like I said, if the game was 2 or 3 years old, I get it, you know, spoilers. That's really the only thing I got a block screen for, is like when there were big story beats or stuff like that. But I reiterate once again, the game is 9 years old. Why is that still happening, PlayStation? I literally had to end a couple of my streams because of that, because I wasn't going to make my audience view a blue screen. Yeah, that part was pretty annoying. But that about does it for this review, guys. I give it a solid 8 out of 10, which pretty much means it's pretty darn good. I really want to thank everyone who recommended this game to me. I had an absolute blast playing it, and I hope you guys had a blast watching it. Also, let me know what kind of games you guys want to see in the future. I will literally play anything. I do not care. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you're new here, subscribe. Comment your thoughts. Be sure to follow me on all my social media and join my Discord. All the links are down below in the description. Thank you everybody for listening, and I will see you in the next stream.